Welcome to the characteristics of the different types of periodicals. When looking at periodicals, you can divide them into two main categories. The first category is popular magazines and newspapers. The second category are scholarly, academic, or peer-reviewed journals. You can decide which category your periodical falls under by looking at its characteristics. The first characteristics we're going to look at would fall under its citation information. First is the title. Popular magazines and newspapers may have the magazine or popular words in the title: Businesswoman, Mother Jones, People Weekly. Scholarly journals may have bulletin or journal or review in the title. Examples are Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, Journal of Soil and Water Conservation, International Review of Hydrobiology. Then we look at the frequency of publication. Popular magazines are issued very frequently: weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Scholarly journals are much less frequent. They're normally monthly, quarterly, or they may only come out semi-annually. Then you have the authors of the articles. Popular magazines are normally written by one author. They're staff written, or they're even written by freelance authors. Academic journals are frequently written by multiple co-authors. They're scholars in the field. They're normally affiliated with universities, or they have very professional titles. Then you can look at the article length. If you've ever looked at one of those popular magazine articles, they're normally very short. Scholarly articles are going to be at least more than 3 pages. You're normally looking anywhere on average about 10 pages. And then you have the article titles. Popular magazines are going to have the catchy article title, something that reels you in. Academic journals are going to be related to the actual research in the article. They're often long and not very catchy. Now, if you look at the whole periodical, popular magazines are going to be eye-catching. Glossy paper, photos, cartoons, sidebars. Scholarly journals are not going to have this. They're going to be plain covered, matte paper. Any illustrations you're going to see are the tables, the figures, the charts that have to do with the articles within the journal. Then there's advertising. If you've looked at any popular magazines or newspapers, there are ads all through it. That's how they get a lot of their funding for the magazine. Scholarly or peer-reviewed journals, fewer, no ads. And if they do, they're normally very specific to the topics covered in that journal. The tone of the articles are going to be very different. Popular magazines, are slick, glossy, attractive. Scholarly journals are going to be serious, unembellished. Then there's the audience. Popular magazines and newspapers are for educated but non-experts. That means you want to learn, but you're not a specialist in the field. Scholarly and academic journals are for scholars and research in that field or discipline. It contains the appropriate jargon, and the reader is assumed to have a scholarly background. Then there's the purpose of the periodical. Popular magazines and journals are to entertain, persuade, give you information on general interest topics, but they're also geared for selling products and services through advertising. The purpose of academic journals are to inform, to report, to make research available in different fields and disciplines. This is supposed to be the new knowledge and where it's reported. This is the type of information that your professors are going to want you to use because it is specific for a field or discipline. Then there's, of course, the availability. Popular magazines and journals, you can go into almost anywhere and find them. Gas stations, Walmart, bookstores, they're everywhere. Scholarly journals, on the other hand, you're normally not going to find them in a newsstand. Generally going to have to find them in the library, or you're going to have to get a subscription to them. Now, the actual articles within the periodical. Popular magazines and newspapers do not have abstracts at the beginning. Now, abstracts are what summarizes what's within the actual article. Scholarly and peer-reviewed journals are going to have articles with abstracts. The other main difference in the articles, you're going to find references in the scholarly journals and you're not going to find them at the ends of articles in popular magazines or journals. And if you do, it's not very often. The references, though, are very helpful to help find other resources for papers and assignments. Some examples. Popular magazines and newspapers include Glamour, Health, People, 17. This also includes Sports Illustrated, Rolling Stone. Examples of scholarly journals are American Journal of Clinical Hypnosis, Counselor Education and Supervision, Journal of Addictions and Offender Counseling, Journal of Clinical Psychology.